Hi, welcome back to the channel. This week we're looking at my new favorite way to create risers, and that is with the granular mode in Serum. So let's switch this to granular mode. But before that, let's just mute this, and I'll give you a bit of a listen to what we're working with, essentially the context to which the riser is going to work or be placed. So essentially where that little FM thing is, I want a riser to rise up and meet with that, exactly where this MIDI is already placed. So let's get to it then. The first thing we want to do is turn down the level because the initial output is going to be quite loud. And then we'll choose one of these samples. Now here is where experimentation really pays off. Basically just go through all of these and find one that works for your track. Initially, let's start with a cymbal. Let's go 505 cymbal crash. Just muting this for the moment. We have this. Exactly as you'd expect, just a cymbal. However, let's now right click. We will click on reverse. And we're kind of getting there. It's what you would associate with a riser. It's obviously way too short though, and that's because we're scanning through this wavetable far too quick. So let's turn the octaves down. And you can hear it obviously slows down. And also gives a bit of a different character. Let's move the starting point up a little bit. Let's turn down the scan rate so it's not at 100%. Let's go something very short. Let's now play with the grain length. Let's turn the grain length down. So I think by now you get an idea of just how mad this can be. Let's maybe attach a LFO to the pitch, unipolar, and we will make this, I don't know, let's go with 48 semitones, and then we'll turn this into a ramp. Let's put it on envelope mode, and we know we're working to 2 bars. We can add a filter. Let's go with a conventional 24 dB. We'll attach that to LFO1 as well. Unipolar. I know there's a shortcut for that, but I like to show it so you guys can follow along. A bit of drive. And maybe attach the same LFO to length, so that increases over time also. Bit of random to the length, bit of random to the pitch. Let's give it a bit of reverb also. And we'll take out the lows. And in context, let's have a listen. Really cool. It's got that kind of vibe and character that you simply wouldn't get from just reversing a crash like you would normally do. Let's turn it down an octave and we'll play this back again. This is probably going to fall a little bit short because obviously with a lower octave it will play shorter. Really liking that now. Let's see what else we can find though. So that is working. Let's just try maybe cymbal crash. Once again, right click and reverse. So by turning the density down, we get that kind of, well, it sounds like it's breaking up. And let's maybe, I don't know, let's try maybe a flanger perhaps. We'll put that before. And once again in context, let's do 4 bars this time. And I think final thing, let's add a bit of distortion. We don't want to go too crazy with this, just to give it a bit of high end and make it maybe cut through the mix a little bit. And final thing, bit of hyperdimension. And sorry, final thing, let's go with a bit of chorus also. Let's put that, let's go before the flanger. High pass. And now let's listen back to that in context. Once again, 4 bars. Now, one thing I'm noticing when we play this back, you'll notice because we've adjusted this scan so low, it's only playing a very small portion of this sample. So let's play it back and you'll see it will stop around here. So that means we can increase our scan rate to play back more of this sample, to give it a bit more character. So it's working, that's how I want it, but you'll notice that it doesn't finish exactly on the end of the bar here. It's a little bit short. So we can manually adjust the scan rate, we can manually adjust the starting position, that's all fine, but to be honest, the best way to do it, the more accurate way, is just to render it out. Mute the original, and then we have it here. Let's go around here is where it ends. So let's drag that across to there. Let's give it a bit of fade in. And now let's listen to this section. So there we go, granularizers in Serum. And this is a technique that you can spend quite a lot of time experimenting with and having fun. Try adding different samples in, try going crazy with the types of samples. Don't stick with just crashes or percussion things, throw in all manner of stuff in there, and you can get really quite crazy with it. Thanks for watching, I'll be back next week with something else. We'll see you then, bye.